happy that we're talking about this tonight because I feel like it's definitely different now versus kind of probably when you were growing up. I'm sure the dynamic was changing a bit. It's probably a lot more. You got single mothers and
But you know,
different family styles. So.
but that's a misnomer, and people say that because, and if Kev still lives, probably not. I know a lot of single households is not this new thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Everybody acts like it just. No,
Yeah.
when I was growing up,
Like
on
that.
my block, it was only two of us had a mom and a dad. So and, a lot of us hung out. Our friends, some of us had mom and dad, some of us didn't. Family is not just about blood.
No.
I think too many times we define family as blood. And to me, family is having somebody who got your back regardless. When you're wrong, they'll come to you and say you're wrong. Not whisper down the lane, tell everybody, and even when they don't see what you see, they believe in you. So I think there's key ingredient. It could be a wife, it could be anybody. It could be a best friend. Because I can tell you now, there's some people that's not really blood family, but are better than some of your family members.
I got a million examples of that.
Yeah, so I think, for me, I think those are the key ingredients, man. You want somebody that's gonna be loyal, but not blind. Willing to say, man, Chris, you screwing up. That's not cool. And had the guts to say it. Willing to say, man, I got Kevin, Tom, man, we've known each other forever, man. We ain't got a problem saying I love you. We don't, you know what I mean? And we don't got a problem supporting each other. I'm not sitting there saying, man, get my clothing line, man. I need a clothing line. And I think that's what's listening today. So what do you got? What is family, man?
Deb, you want to start? I feel like you want to say first today. You can start us off.
It should start with how great your dad is.
I mean,
I got a funny story about that.
You always got a place.
the thing about family is I don't know how you guys know or anything about that, but I'm just thankful, to have such a loving family and how important it was, especially for me growing up, being close to, my siblings, my parents, doing things together on the weekends, or just spending quality time. I just think it's just very important to have that kind of support, like you said, or it can even be some friends that are like family.
Right.
I had friends growing up. Sometimes I had to learn the hard way that, we weren't as close as I thought we were. And then there's friends that you didn't even think like, you might not be the best friend, but it turns out they're the most loyal people to you. So I just think family is something, it's important and everyone needs.
Yeah. I mean, for me, family just kind of represents like my foundation. And kind of like you said, it's bigger than just the blood people that's related to you, friends like Justin's guy considered to be a brother, family. We got plenty of other friends like that. But again, I feel like those people are I would consider my foundation. They all, in a way, had some type of impact on my upbringing. Some positively, especially from within my family. Sometimes not necessarily the best decisions, but that's part of growing pains, but again, just family to me, just to sum it all up, and not make it as complicated, again, it's just foundation, that's gonna be how you carry yourself outside of the world. I'm pretty much a reflection of my family. When people see me, it's because of that foundation that I had, coming out to work.
That's real. Family to me is what every real rich man got. That's the indicator of what are you really rich. We was talking about money before this, and yeah, money is very important in this world. We all try and get it. I'm still gonna try and get it, but to have all the money in the world, not to be able to share with any type of family or people that you care about. If I had $1 billion right now, I could get a yacht, but I couldn't invite none of y'all. I'm gonna still have a good time. Let's go run out. Let's go run out. We had 10, 15 minutes. I wish somebody slide down the slide with me. Just by myself, you know what I mean? The family, and if I could choose the best people that I would want to be on the boat, I'm probably in trouble, but they gonna be all my cousins. I love them, but it's people that I've drawn closer to me, that have been there for me, that always check up on me, you know what I mean, and that's real, and that hold me down, family's supposed to, Dom said in Fast and Furious, about family. personality, we talk about family, we talk about friends, and it got me thinking, why would they put F as the indicator that you was stupid in school? Like, why is F like
The grade
for F, when so many good things start with F?
Yeah.
Just food for thought,
No,
y'all.
that's
all I'm
a
saying.
deep question.
Everybody
listen right
Why they
now.
put an F?
Google is probably being set on fire right now.
Fantastic.
Fantastic. I know, right?
Google is probably being set ablaze right now. Because everybody's trying to figure out where that
funnel
question
cake.
comes
Right? He's going crazy.
Everybody trying to figure it
Right.
out. But I like funnel cake, by the way.
Yeah. See, he couldn't deny it.
He's like, you're right.
You know, I don't want to point out, like, you know, because we were in Tennessee, we're driving, right? And I said, yo, it's a funnel cake store. Man, you know, we made a right turn across the left lane just to get over
My
there.
God. You didn't die with some funnel cake.
I'm like, yeah. But it was, let me tell you, it was the best funnel cake because they made it from scratch. They made it fresh. And I took it back to my family, my wife.
See? Exactly. Back to your family.
And my wife.
Right.
It all comes back together.
But on a serious note, I say this. I'm not rich by any means. I want to make that abundantly clear. But I was having this conversation in Tennessee because we were up there, a bunch of entrepreneurs, a bunch of business people, and we were all talking, and we all said the same thing. You know, we're not rich, but we're in a position now where we're not wanting. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know, we can do stuff without robbing people to pay for, and it don't make you happy. You know, it doesn't.
What doesn't what
The
doesn't
money part, because when you
Ah,
grow up,
right.
when you grow up, you keep thinking, you keep thinking that money, oh, hey, I'm gonna get money, it's gonna
Right,
change.
yeah.
I hear some people say it, and then you realize, like, nah, man, because you get the money, but you know, the people who attract you because of the money, there's not the one that's gonna be there when you get depressed. There's not gonna be there when you're going through stuff.
Mhm.
They're not gonna be the ones to correct you because they don't want to mess with their position.
Mhm.
You know, and we were all talking about how even with that, we were dealing with certain situations, you know, where it just didn't help. You know, I mean, it's nice to be able to say, yeah, I want to go on vacation and stuff and just go on vacation, but if you don't have the right people, you know, not just to go with you, but to guide you. You know, and I think to me, that's a huge part of it. Like, my pop, man, was a rock. You know, and I just never forget, my pop was rough on me growing up, man. He was like,
Yeah, mine too.
I thought I was a stepchild, man.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I did, but I just
Yeah.
remember him
I
telling
can
me,
relate to
man,
that.
before he passed, he said, hey, let me tell you something, man. I know I was, and he had dementia, he said, I know I was rough on you, but he said, I did it because I knew you could handle it. I wasn't treating you different. I just knew you could handle it when the others couldn't.
Mhm.
You know, and he said it. You needed that to become who you are. And I did.
Mhm.
You know, because sometimes when you kind of talented, you know, because all you guys get, you know, you get shortcuts because people feed you shortcuts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's easy to get on that road.
Mhm.
But then that kind of ties to what you were saying about family and or people being able to be honest with you and being able to tell you what you need to hear and seeing something sometimes that you don't see in yourself and or whether it's something good or bad where they can correct that or they can bring something out of you. So I think that again kind of ties back to foundation and just the importance of family and I'm happy that we're talking about this tonight because I feel like it's definitely different now versus kind of probably when you were growing up. I'm sure the dynamic was changing a bit. It's probably a lot more, you got single mothers and
But, you know,
different family styles. So.
But that's a misnomer, and I people say that because, and if Kev still lives, probably not. I know a lot of single households is not this new thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Everybody acts like it just. No,
Yeah.
when I was growing up,
Been like
on
that.
my block, it was only two of us had a mom and a dad. So and, you know, a lot of us hung out. Our friends, you know, some of us had mom and dad, some of us didn't. You know, I had a good friend, Todd Ford, who only had a dad. You know, Tom's dad passed away. Tommy, so his mom. Donald Barkley, his family was. I mean, so this is not a new dynamic. I think the difference was we were family. Like they'll tell you in that schoolyard, man, we knocked the snot each other.
So
But
it
no
was
boss
more
would come in there.
You know, like neighbors holding each other accountable, like everybody else raising each other type of thing.
Yeah, but and it was a community. So family was different for us. It was, you know, we were going to schoolyard and we would compete. That's why, you know, show up at the funeral, people got walkers and canes. We knocked the snot out. We played taekwondo. We would, but we were family. No boss would come in there and bother us, you know, and no outsiders would come in there. So it was that extended family. So, you know, this single home thing is not a new phenomenon. They just make it like that.
So I feel like maybe that part of that reason is because, like, especially back then, you want to push the perfect image of everything. We talk about media and visuals and stuff like that. It always look like
We
the
talked about the white picket fence.
white picket fence. Yeah, like mom, dad,
Yeah.
daughter, son, dog.
Yeah.
Perfect American family, but most of them ain't like that.
No, man.
Not even people who's playing them people have families like that. You know what I'm saying? ex-wives and other, you know, that's what happens.
I know people who, even now I know people who comment, who would make little snide comments about when we talk about family. When I say we like, yo, we plan a vacation. You go on vacation with your kids yet? You know, oh, my kids come over. We together every Father's Day. We are together every Father's Day. Yeah, you know, there's a problem with that. I mean, people act like that's foreign, and I think that's the problem because, like, I know your family's the same way, but people will make you think that's the minority. Yeah. That's not the majority.
Yeah. You know, people, and that's the thing that people are most jealous of. Like we talking about dating last week, and all that stuff like that. That's what every woman wants from y'all.
Yeah.
They want to make a family with you.
Do you think it's just, I guess, a sign of the time where it's just like I'm focused on negativity? Because I mean, there are positive images. There's people that are doing good. There's good examples of families and stuff out there.
But we've allowed the media to depict us in a certain light that even we started to believe. What I mean by that is, you know, I was talking to a young lady today. You know, nobody knows this. And I was on an interview today. We were talking. You know, and she said she was asking me certain questions. I said one thing that I really like about the organization is because it represents where I came from. You know, and she said, yeah, well, you don't live there anymore. I said, no. I said I don't live there, but I'm still there. You know, I still see those guys. I still love those guys. We still represent each other. You know, and she was like, yeah, man. I said the other thing is because when people here in North Philadelphia, they think we the scourge of the earth. You know, everybody's stupid. Everybody's a gangbang. I went to jail for 10 years.
Just talking about that at the comedy show. That was just talking about that at the comedy show.
And people get, when they say, well, oh man, and then when I tell them where I'm from, you know, I never forget. I was working I was working at Comcast
no
Cable.
way.
I was working at Comcast Cable, and somebody went in the office and stole somebody's wallet. So I'm sitting there, so they want to blame the cleaning company. And I'm like, yo, first of all, it was the cleaning company. You would notice that they walked up in the middle, they stole somebody's wallet. This white guy goes say, all we gotta do is go stand outside on Market Street, and whoever comes past in the Chicago Bulls jersey and hat, we know who took it. What you trying to say? Oh, I ain't talking about you. Yeah, you talking about me, because that's me. I got that in my closet at home.
Where'd you get those jeans from?
But his stereotype, and even to this day, if I fast forward now, I still deal with that in certain settings. How when people find out you from the hood, you know, they just automatically see you a certain way. And you know, because the way you wear your hair, nobody takes time to say. They look at you and they diagnose you right away. Oh, he got on tattoo, he got his hair like that. You know, he got to be one of those. And I just think it's interesting how, you know, we do that. And I think it's the same thing with family. We've allowed the world to dictate to us what family looks like, and we've just adapted it, man. So to your point, I counsel, and one of the two questions I ask that people get stuck on is one, what's your definition of love? And both of them give me a different answer. That's strike one. How y'all together? You know, and y'all gotta work. The second question is, what does a family look like to you? And if you got your idea of family because of where you came from, and her idea of family is broken and is, you know, all over the place, that's a problem. And I think these are the issues that we've allowed to kind of take hold and take root of us in society. Because, you know, when you go back in the day, you look at pictures, man, folk were clean.
Yeah.
Family was
clean.
clean. People were clean,
like
dressed up.
See that family pictures.
And you saw families. And you saw families. You know, it's like now all of a sudden, you know, you gotta be his brother. You gotta be his uncle. You can't be the dad. So I think that's the thing that we have to make sure that we work hard, man. That those images are not true.
Well, I think that's cool though. I'm gonna be quick because I know I got some. But that's what Chris, your son, and Devin, we've been trying to create entertainment that represents where we come from. Even y'all, because y'all really from the hood.
Yeah.
Like y'all from the hood, but y'all didn't represent what the hood supposed to look like. Even the people like me, because we watch the news too. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we were outsiders to North Philly. Because I ain't grow up in North Philly. I have family grew up in the city, but we even were our eyes as black people, which I think is stupid.
Well, it worked to my
But that's
advantage.
all.
When I went to college, everybody was afraid, man. So I kind of could do what I want to do.
Right, but I got some of that. I've been trying to exercise my black fear too. Right?
You walk in the cafeteria like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
you walk in the we be at the end of the line.
He's so polite.
Well, you know, we be at the end of the line and you see there'd be like one Jello left. Yo, that's the last Jello. Everybody turn around, nobody take it. So you know, we got about to close. What's closing doors, man? We got to close out, man.
Closing thoughts. Who wants to go first? You can go. Alright. Well, for me today, something I've been thinking about that I feel like people need to take into consideration is sacrifice. Everybody wants something. Everybody deserves or thinks that they deserve something, but what are you willing to give up and sacrifice for that? I mean, I don't think there's no problem with wanting anything, but a lot of times, like, people, you want everything for nothing, and you gotta sacrifice and give up something. You know, sacrificing is not bad. Like, people think, like, sacrificing is losing. It's not. Like, generally, when you sacrifice, it's to win something greater in the long haul or long run. You know, so you can give up something temporary, give up the short-term fixes for long-term gratification. That's it. Sacrifice.
I would just say, I mean, keep on a family topic. Chris said sacrifice, like sacrifice for the people that matter. You know what I mean? My wife, I'm gonna shout out her because she makes incredible sacrifice for me to do what I do. Like, it's a lot of nights I'm out the house doing radio shows, doing comedy shows, or just really being in the scene, and she sacrificed to take care of the family, to make sure I'm happy, and I hope that she thinks that I do the same thing for her, even though I do try to. It's not like I don't. I be doing the dishes and like a lot of good stuff around the crib, good stuff. But yeah, I think it's important to definitely sacrifice the family.
Real quick, I just wanted to say congratulations, to my Phoenix Suns. It was a hard fought. It came up short, but
You should have went first.
Did I miss something?
No.
Did they lose like
He said
it
congrats.
was a hard fought series. But
Did you mean
back next year.
condolences?
Nah, he had
Alright.
they made it.
Alright, guys. Go ahead, Chris. You want to say something? Oh, you right there. Guys, we are closing out today, man. Another show, Average Black Men. We are back starting next week.
Don't go like that. You said
Oh, I'm
average
sorry.
black. Wait a
Above
minute.
average.
Hold up.
I'm sorry. Above average black men.